Why do some people accomplish so much while others struggle to reach their potential? What could your life look like if you performed at your very best every single day? That's the exact question that the 12-week year answers. It's a game-changing framework that shows you how to achieve incredible results by shifting your mindset and focusing on execution. This way has completely transformed the way I approach my goals, and today I want to show you how to apply it to your life as well. If you're ready to achieve in 12 weeks what others take a year to accomplish, then let's get started. When it comes to achieving big goals, most of us think that we either need more knowledge or better strategies. But here's the truth. We don't have a knowledge problem, we have an execution problem. Take fitness for example. Most people already know that in order to get in better shape, you need to exercise more and eat healthier. But how many people do actually stick with it consistently? That's where we fall short. Not because we don't know what to do, but because we don't execute. That's where the 12-week year comes in. This book flips the traditional way we think about productivity and goals. Instead of setting goals for the next 12 months and hoping for the best, it shows you how to redefine your year into 12 weeks and focus on just a few key things. This system has been tested by real-world results and neuroscience, proving that it can work for anyone. This book has 4 key insights that stood out to me, and I want to share them with you today. These will completely change the way you think about planning, motivation, and achieving results. The first concept that stood out to me is something called periodization. Originally developed as a training technique for Olympic athletes, periodization focuses on improving one skill at a set amount of time, typically 4 to 6 weeks before moving on to the next. Instead of trying to improve everything all at once, athletes focus all their energy into a specific skill, like sprinting or endurance. This laser focus helps them achieve incredible results, and it works the exact same way in our daily lives. The 12-week year takes this concept and applies it into both our personal and professional lives. By focusing on just a few key priorities over the 12 weeks, you eliminate distractions and channel your energy into things that matter the most. The result? You get more done in a shorter amount of time. Let's say your goal is to improve your health. Instead of trying to overhaul your diet, your fitness, your sleep habits all at once, you just focus on 2 key things for the next 12 weeks. For example, walking 10,000 steps per day and cutting out sugary drinks. By the end of the 12 weeks, these actions become habits, and you see real results without feeling overwhelmed. The idea of narrowing down your focus doesn't just simplify your goals, it makes them achievable. And as the authors say, when you change your thinking, everything changes. By shifting your focus in the critical few actions, you'll start seeing results much faster. Now that you understand the power of periodization, let's see how the 12-week year changes the way we think about time itself. The second key insight is about redefining how we think about time itself. Most of us set goals on an annual basis, but here's the problem. An entire year feels so far away that we lack urgency. If you fall behind your goals in January, you'll say, it's fine, I still have 11 more months to go, I can catch up. This thinking continues until it's too late. With such a distant deadline, it's hard to stay motivated every single day. The 12-week year flips this on its head by redefining the year into 12 weeks. Shorter time frame, every week, every day becomes critical. It's like the focus and energy you get when you're cramming for an exam, but all year round. There are 2 main benefits of the 12-week year. First, 12 weeks is long enough to make meaningful results, but short enough to create urgency. There is no time to procrastinate, you need to act now. Second, you get more opportunities to start fresh. If one 12-week cycle doesn't go as planned, you don't have to wait another year. You get a new year every 3 months with a chance to reflect, celebrate, and recharge. For instance, let's say you want to save up 1,200 euros over the next year. Instead of thinking about it as a year-long goal, break it into 12 weeks. That's 100 euros per week. Suddenly, this goal feels more tangible and achievable, and it helps you monitor your progress every single week. This shorter time frame doesn't only create urgency, it keeps you accountable. You're no longer waiting for December 31st to evaluate your progress. You do that every single week. And now that we've redefined the way we look at time, let's talk about what truly drives motivation: an emotional connection to your goals. Let's be honest. Sticking to goals isn't always easy. When faced with a choice between comfort and progress, we tend to prioritize comfort. That's why so many goals fall apart after the initial excitement fades. The authors of the 12-week year argue that the key to overcoming this is building a strong emotional connection with your goals. Without it, it's far too easy to let short-term discomfort win over long-term achievements. Think about it. How many times have you skipped a workout because it was raining? Or I avoided doing a side project because you wanted to watch Netflix. Now imagine if that workout or project was tied into something very meaningful to you. This could be being healthy enough to play with your kids in the future, or having a business that helps you have financial and location freedom. Wouldn't that make it harder to give up? And it's interesting. Neuroscience actually backs this up. When you imagine a compelling future, one that aligns with your vision, this activates a part of your brain called prefrontal cortex. This part of the brain is responsible for goal-oriented behavior. By regularly visualizing your dream future, you're actually training your brain to take action towards it. The book suggests creating a vision that not only captures your work goals, but also your personal ones. Think about the life you want in 5, 10, or even 15 years. What does your health, career, and relationship look like? Write this down and review it every single day to remind yourself why you're doing this. I'll admit, for me, I was skeptical in the beginning about this. It felt a bit too fluffy. But when I actually sat down and wrote my vision and planned my next 5, 10, 15 years, it actually made sense. Suddenly, those daily actions didn't feel like chores. They felt like steps towards something I genuinely want. But a vision without action is just a dream. That's why the book's final insight is so important. If you think the video is valuable and you like it so far, please subscribe and leave a like down below. It really helps the channel. A vision is powerful, but a vision without a plan is just a pipe dream. That's why the fourth key insight of the book, the execution system, is the backbone of the book. It's a step-by-step method to turn your vision into consistent action. There are 4 key elements of the execution system. It all starts with a vision, which we discussed earlier. Like I said, create a vision for the next 5 to 15 years. From there, create a midterm vision for the next 3 years. That keeps you focused on the bigger picture. Next, break that vision into 12-week actionable goals. These should align with your vision and be specific and measurable. For example, increasing your income by 5,000 euros or running a 10K. From these goals, create weekly and daily tactics that will get you there. For example, if your goal is to run a 10K, your weekly tactics could be running 3 times per week and stretching every morning or every evening. Now, this is where it gets practical. Each week, you create a plan that only includes the critical actions needed to achieve your 12-week goals. These tasks take priority over everything else. Personally, I use Notion, but you can even write it down on a sketchbook. Doesn't matter. The point is to start each day knowing exactly what you need to do to stay on track. Finally, keep score. At the end of each week, calculate how many of your key actions you actually did. The goal is to hit at least 85%. Research shows that this level of execution drives excellence. For example, if your plan was to execute 5 key actions this week and you completed only 4, that's 80%. This might sound overly simplistic, but it is highly effective. It forces you to confront your performance and stay accountable. The book also emphasizes the power of accountability. There are 2 main ways to do this. You can either find an online group, or you can ask one of your friends to keep you accountable. It doesn't really matter. Just find someone to keep you accountable each week. The key takeaway here is that this system turns your big dreams into small, actionable steps. It helps you focus, measure progress, stay consistent, and these are the things that make the real difference. When you combine the system with the urgency of the 12-week year and the motivation of a strong vision, you unlock the ability to achieve extraordinary things. So, there you have it. Those are the 4 key insights of the 12-week year. The power of focus, the urgency of redefining the year, the emotional connection that drives motivation, and the execution system that turns dreams into results. These ideas aren't just theories. They're practical steps that anyone can use to achieve more in 12 weeks than most of the people do in an entire year. My favorite quote from this book was the following: "Most of us live 2 lives. The life we're currently living and the life we're capable of living. The difference between those 2 lives comes down to the action steps we take every single day." The good news is, you don't have to wait for a new year or the perfect time to start. Your next 12 weeks can start today. So, what will you achieve in your first 12-week year? If you're ready to take action, leave a comment down below and let me know. What do you want to achieve in your next 12 weeks? Let's start this journey together. I'm really looking forward to it. Until next time, bye.